All right, so we're diving deep today into a moment, one of those moments from a recent NBA game that got everyone talking.
Oh, yeah.
Luka Doncic, right?
Look.
And, it's more than just Doncic. It's him and the refs and Dillon Brooks. We've got this pretty incredible online play-by-play, I found.
Okay.
Really sets the scene.
Yeah.
Paints a picture. And I think our mission here is like, okay, let's try to unpack what actually happened.
Absolutely.
See it from different sides and maybe what it tells us about, the NBA these days.
Yeah, I mean, you see the highlights, you see the quick clips, on social media or wherever.
Right.
But there's always so much more to these on-court confrontations. It's, understanding the sequence of events, the emotions, the dynamics at play.
Right, exactly. And this play-by-play really kicks off with something we've all seen a million times.
Okay.
Luka driving to the basket looks like he gets fouled. No whistle.
Happens all the time.
But, I mean, his reaction was not your average,
Yeah.
frustrated look
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
This was like a full-on explosion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the refs.
I mean, that's where things get dicey.
Right.
Because, that kind of reaction in the NBA, screaming, arms waving.
Yeah.
That's how you get a technical.
For sure.
And we all know those can add up quick.
Oh, yeah, especially with a guy like Doncic, who,
Has a bit of a reputation
Yeah.
for wearing his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, exactly. So then it gets really interesting because the play-by-play describes Austin Reaves stepping in,
Okay.
like almost a hero moment,
Wow.
pulling Doncic away from the ref,
Yeah.
like trying to prevent that, technical or even an ejection.
That's huge right there.
Right.
I mean, talk about emotional intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah,
Being a valuable teammate, it's not just about skill, it's about de-escalating.
totally.
Keeping the team focused when things get heated.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing. It's not just about the refs.
Okay.
There's a twist.
Oh, there's always a twist.
Right. So this play-by-play mentions that Kelly Iko from The Athletic confirmed that Luka wasn't just, upset with the refs.
Uh-huh.
He was going after Dillon Brooks too.
Interesting.
So now it's like a whole other layer to this whole thing.
Yeah, so it's not just about the missed call.
Right.
It's something else. It's, maybe a rivalry.
Right. And the way it's described is pretty wild.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Luka's not just like, giving Brooks a look.
Right.
He's straight up mocking Brooks,
Oh, wow.
like mimicking how Brooks was complaining to the refs earlier,
Oh, no.
right in front of him.
That's risky.
Right. Like
Or-
you can just imagine that igniting things even more.
Yeah, I mean, mocking an opponent like that
Yeah.
during a game, things are already intense.
Exactly.
That's a recipe for disaster.
For sure.
It's like a direct challenge.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Right.
Could lead to more, trash talk,
For sure.
maybe even something physical.
Right. It's just poking the bear,
Absolutely. And it could easily backfire.
and draw even more attention from the refs.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is where the play-by-play gets to like the big question.
Okay.
Was Luka justified or did he cross a line?
It's a good question.
Right. On one hand, you could say this is just, Luka being Luka.
Passionate competitor.
Right.
Yeah.
Fiery.
Yeah, he thought he got fouled. Maybe he thinks Brooks was, flopping or complaining too much earlier. Yeah, I mean, in pro sports, emotions are high.
Right.
These guys are competitors.
Yeah.
They're fighting for every inch.
Totally.
If there's this feeling that Brooks has been working the refs all game,
Yeah.
maybe Doncic is just pushing back,
Right.
returning the favor.
Yeah. It's gamesmanship, but like
But risky gamesmanship.
very risky, right?
Yeah,
And then there's the other side of it.
right.
Like, is it really okay to just mock another player like that?
Yeah, I mean, is it unsportsmanlike?
Yeah.
Is it reckless?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of behavior refs usually want to shut down immediately.
Right.
Keep things under control. Exactly.
Prevent things from boiling over.
Yeah. This play-by-play makes a good point.
Okay.
It's intentionally provocative.
Right.
It's not just disagreeing with a call. It's like, taking it to a personal level.
And that's where the line is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how Doncic felt about the no call or Brooks and the refs.
Right.
The mocking, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It disrupts the game.
Yeah,
And that's when you're risking more penalties
totally.
right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Or maybe even later from the league.
Yeah, they could review it and be like, nope,
Right.
not cool.
Yeah. And, this incident sparked a lot of different reactions.
Yeah, I mean, the play-by-play mentions it all. Yeah, fan comments all over social media.
Yeah.
even some, former players weighing in. Like,
Right.
J.J. Redick apparently thought it was fine.
Interesting.
Right. Shows how much these things can divide people.
It's a spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got people who love Doncic's fire.
Right. His willingness to get under an opponent's skin,
Yeah.
that's what makes him great.
Right.
But then you have others who say, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's not how you
Be
act.
professional.
Yeah, it's not sportsmanlike.
Right.
And then you have a guy like J.J. Redick,
Yeah.
respected player,
Yeah.
saying it's okay.
Right. So it really makes you think about, what's acceptable?
Absolutely.
Where's that line?
Yeah.
So bottom line, in the moment, Luka stayed in the game,
Okay.
avoided the ejection.
Which is huge.
Right. Could have been a game changer.
Right. I mean, if he gets tossed,
Yeah.
who knows what happens.
Yeah. But, things like this don't just disappear.
Right. The tension's still there.
Yeah. It's like, the NBA, they want to keep things professional.
Right.
They don't want this kind of drama.
They want to keep things under control.
Right.
Prevent things from escalating.
Yeah. From like trash talk to something worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So it makes you wonder what happens next.
Yeah. Will Brooks, hold a grudge.
Oh, it's possible, right?
So the league come back and be like, we're fining you, Doncic.
I mean, they could review the footage,
Yeah.
decide that, what happened wasn't okay.
Right.
Even if there wasn't an ejection on the spot.
Right. They can still be like, nah, we don't like that.
Right. They have that power.
Yeah. So for everyone listening, as we've gone through this,
Yeah.
think about this. Where do you draw the line?
It's a tough one.
Right.
Yeah.
How do we balance this, incredible passion and competitiveness
Yeah.
that we love to see
Absolutely.
with, the need for sportsmanship,
Right.
respect for the game?
Respect for each other.
Exactly.
That's a balancing act for sure.
Yeah. And I think this Doncic Brooks thing really shows how tricky it can be.
Yeah. It highlights that fine line.
What does it mean for the game?
Yeah.
For the players? For us, the fans?
Big questions.
Right? Something to think about, next time you're watching a game.
Absolutely those close ones.
Yeah, where the stakes are high.
Every possession matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Emotions run high.
Yeah. And, sometimes things boil over.
And where's that line?
Exactly. And that's what we're left with, right?
That's the question.
That's the question.
We all got to grapple with.
Yeah. So much more than just, a highlight.
It's the human side of the game.
It is. It's the deep dive.
That's what we do.